And, well, we're going to switch gears. I don't know if you heard about this, but there was a teenager in Florida who was slammed to the ground and choked by the police for, well, apparently he was looking at them wrong, gave him a mean look, and he refused to obey their orders. Tremaine McMillian, that's the kid's name, he was slammed to the ground and put in a chokehold for the crime of giving Miami-Dade cops dehumanizing stares. The police also didn't care too much for his body language, and they needless to say, reacted violently when the 14-year-old boy failed to obey their commands. The boy's mother captured the incident on her cell phone.
Police confronted McMillian when they saw him slam another teen on the sand of Haulover Beach on Memorial Day. Police say McMillian refused their repeated requests to take them to his parents, giving them dehumanizing stares and walking away before they had to restrain him.
Once he's approaching the roadway, they grab him, and then once his body language of stiffening up, closing the fist, flaring his hands, trying to pull away, well, now you're resisting an officer at that point. Of course, we have to neutralize the threat.
All right, so there you go. I guess he was messing with another kid before the police got involved, but he's 14 years old. You know, they arrested him. He was charged with resisting with violence, which is a felony, by the way, and they also got him for disorderly conduct. And, you know, this is yet another example of how the police interact with the public and how they react if the public doesn't obey orders. The kid was 14 years old. I think he was mad dogging the police. And if you don't obey their orders, if you're 14, you're going to get slammed to the ground and choked out. So anyway, now here's something interesting. The Illinois Agriculture Department illegally seized privately owned bees that just so happen to be resistant to GMO poison. Terrence Ingram, a world-renowned naturalist who once saved the bald eagle from being on the endangered species list, well, he was recently met by the Illinois Agriculture Department, which seized his privately owned bees. The department seized his bees that were resistant to GMO pesticides and killed the remaining healthy queen bees. Ingram had been researching the effects of Roundup, the Monsanto Frankenfood best-selling herbicide meant to make crops more resilient to pests. Roundup itself, well, you know, it has a long list of negative effects, with the product even shown to kill human kidney cells.
There's no proof that they were nuisance hives, no proof at all. I had not had my day in court. The hearing wasn't until April 4th. They took the bees on March 14th. If they had good cause, yes. If they had given me a day in court to prove that they had good cause, yes, I'd say that's fine. But when they didn't give me a chance in court to prove it, and without notifying me, without a warrant, I feel my rights have been definitely violated.
But Monsanto, as you know, is above the law, at least here in the United States. So, well, they're even more powerful than the federal government. And as a result of the Monsanto Protection Act, well, there can be no legal action held against them. Now, this guy, Terrence Ingram, he's been raising bees for 58 years. He's been researching Roundup's effects on bees for the past 15-plus years or so. And needless to say, the results of his research were not likely going to be a positive report on the benefits of GMO pesticides.
Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.